Hello all, this is Jaames Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I am here in what we will call Test Town. And inside of Test Town, we are going to test things, mainly to do with logistics. And how far will our people travel? So as you can see, I have purchased 4 hexes in a straight line. Now the first hex has everything that's needed, right? And it's functioning, it's going very nice and smooth. We have 28 people. We're a little lacking on religion because the church is only capable of 20 people, but that's not a big deal. We won't have a global meltdown anytime soon. But the big thing that we're going to start off with is the forester. That's this guy here. I put the forester as far away from everything as possible because I want people to understand that the forester has a limited catchment range. But I have a hunch that the forester's catchment range is the same as every other building in the game. If my hunch is right, we can have a visual clue as to how far away we can logically build something. But this is only a theory at this point. Now to put the theory into action and test to see if we can make it if we can prove it's not just a theory. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this forester camp and we're going to start setting a reforestation zone. But I want to do that way out here. And see if the reforester will run over there and actually try to reforest that land. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to happen. So what is Edith up to? Can't plant without proper zoning. So right now the forester's like, yeah, I'm not going that far. You're freaking nuts, man. That is just too far for me to travel. But what is interesting to note is that the woodcutters are actually still traveling from here and here, way over here. And I wasn't expecting that to happen, but that's interesting. So that could dispel my myth about how these people work. But we're gonna keep testing. Alright, so we've crept the reforestation zones yet closer to our beloved forestry camp, and we will see if Edith decides to do anything as of yet. Edith is on free time, and Edith is looking to fill her needs. Edith is preparing to work. Edith says, I can't plant without proper zoning. The forestry area is just not close enough. So we'll creep ever so closer. I'm on free time, looking to fill my needs, Edith says. I can't plant without proper zoning. Forestry parts. Yeah. So this just doesn't work for Edith. So now I'm right up to the edge of being a hex away, but not actually in this hex. She's still looking to fulfill her needs now. She's gone to fulfill her needs. She's on her free time. Now she's preparing to work. And still not close enough. I have a feeling that she might start working once we enter her hex. Right, now we're actually in Edith's hex. We're gonna go ahead and let the whole thing cycle out through. And we're back to I can't plant without proper zoning. Let's just move it ever so closer. So we've gotten closer. And still can't plant without proper zoning. And we've moved it yet, sir. We're encroaching the center of the hex. She still can't plant without proper zoning. This is not a very straight line across the hex. Obviously you can see the hex point here. It should have probably gone like this. So this is actually closer to her up here than this is. This is farther away. She still can't plant. So we'll go ahead and go. So the only thing we know so far is that forestry camps suck, right? You can only reforest in a certain area around the forestry camps. However, forestry camps, they have this whole unique zone to them, right? So just because we discover the range of a forester doesn't necessarily mean that we discover the range of everything. In fact, forestry camp and field. They work very similar between each other, between a farm and a field and a forestry camp and a reforestation zone. They could have very similar properties, but not yet help us learn the logistics we're trying to find out. Keeping it all right now, King. Yeah, I could have given you berries. I probably should have, but oh well. This is just a testing thing, and it's time to test. I didn't see if she was able to plant yet or not. There are trees showing up here. She is actually working. So now we can see that right here are trees appearing. So we've discovered the distance of a reforestation camp. That's the only thing that we've really truly proven so far in this episode. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to build a market. I'm going to build this market right here. We are a long way from anything, right? And for this to truly work, we are going to need Hey, look at that. What luck. We're going to have a house here too. And we're going to put in a well as well. We'll add builders to our unemployed. And you may be wondering what my madness is here. Well, my madness is that the berries are way the heck back here, right? And so the market tender, if he wants to get berries, is going to have to go way over here to get berries. And that just isn't going to work. He's not going to function. He's going to tell me to go stick it out my rear. I'm not walking way over there to get berries. You're nuts. Lucy works at the wall logging at the carpenter shop. Well, that's not going to quite work. For the purposes of our test, I think Lucy is going to end up becoming our market tender. So basically, what I'm testing right now is logistics. And the logistics are that if you have a well and a market, you can take care of the needs of the people in the local area. However, the market still needs to get its foods from somewhere, and its nearest food is here. So we're going to eventually expand upon this test. So first we're going to let the market fail. I don't think the market's going to work. I don't think the market's going to be able to supply the local population with the needed um, berries. It's just too far of a distance. Now, transporters from a warehouse might be a different story, but I think they're going to fail too, because this is just too far away from berries. We're going to need some working class over in this area. What can we have people do here? We could have people cut wood? No, be a sheep farmer. Actually, let's wait for stuff to actually build. So Lucy right now, she's living the life of peak inefficiency. Right now, she just woke up. Right? She's off to fulfill her needs. And she wants to get something to drink. Poor Lucy, she has to travel way up here to get to the well, but that's not such a big deal because, you know, it's kind of on her way to work. But she's on her free time and she's looking to fulfill her needs. The first need that she needed was to get something to drink. That was her first need. Oh, wait, we needed to go home to sleep. Well, okay. Now she's on her free time. She just woke up again. She hasn't gone to work yet, right? Now she needs to fulfill her needs again. And the need that she needs to fulfill is she needs something to eat. She's gone to the berry stand there, and now she has received something to eat. She has indeed fulfilled her need to eat. And she fulfilled her need to drink on the last trip, but as you can see, her drink bar is going down. You see this little white and green thing here? Oh, her house has vanished. Well, that'll be a problem. Right now, she needs religion. But she's got a nearby well now. She could take care of the drinking much faster. But she still hasn't fulfilled her where she's gonna live because for some reason her house is upgrading. I'm not sure why that's happening, but okay. Her house is upgrading out here in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of funny, actually. Granted, she's got high desirability, right? She's got a well and a market right next to her house. It should upgrade. That's what it needs to upgrade, right? So she's working. She's actually working. She's going to fetch some resources. So she went to the logging camp, she brought the resources back to work, and now she's doing her job. She's actually making some planks. Well, she's done. That's work is done for today. She went to fulfill her berries. Now she's heading home because she needs to rest. Her home bar is red. So she needs to return home and sleep. She's also getting thirsty. But she doesn't have a house. Well, she'll have a house next time she comes back. You know what? We're gonna stop watching Lucy for a little bit because we're gonna try to so Lucy can possibly succeed over here. So she's got water. Oh, I didn't start construction. Oh. The other thing we're gonna build over here. So I use the easy materials. Not that building a church is easy, but... Oh, we got a bunch of people living over here now. Woohoo! Let's go back to watching Lucy. So Lucy managed to get some work done. A lot. She did get some work done. Get a drink. And she's going to a house to rest, okay? House and drink taken care of. Golden. Awesome. Now she's running up to get some food, because there's no food next to her house. Now she's gotten food. She's heading back to her house. You notice that after everything she does, she tends to head back to her house. She goes to work, then to the house, goes to eat, and then back to the house, goes to drink, and then back to the house. That's why the house needs to be nearby where she works. And water needs to be nearby her house. And food, of course, needs to be nearby her house. If you're wanting to make her efficient, she needs to make these trips to and from her house as short as possible. Well, she's going to fetch some resources. She says, God be damned, I can go to church later. I need to get some work done. She's actually a very valiant worker to live so far from her job and actually still manage to get something done. Not a lot, but she is managing to make a plank every couple of days. Wait, what? Oh, good job, me. I made the wrong kind of market. Alright, we'll go back to watching Lucy. I'm telling you, Lucy's a trooper. She's still managing to get work done every 3 days. Yep, she grabbed some logs from that camp. Being a little tricky. But does it matter where she gets her logs? No, because she's a carpenter, and that's her end job. She got her drink, she got her house on. Now she's hungry. still needs religion in her life, but she's a heathen. She doesn't care. She can go without God for a while. Although she's gonna have her own church here shortly. Aha! Time to go to work. So, work every other day, basically. Now that she can get the water right next to her house, no, it's an entire day, then get the food, and then go back home and rest. So every other day, she seems to manage to actually make it over here to get some work done. It's pretty impressive. And now she's thirsty again. She's gonna go get a drink next to her house. She's gonna head into her house and sleep and get that rest on. Then she's gonna spend the next day traveling to get food. Or maybe she might go to church now that church is right next to her house. I have a feeling she's gonna go to church. No, food. Food takes priority over church. So there's a priority of needs. Water is the most primary need, with sleep being the secondary primary need, food being third, and religion fourth. And now she's got her food. Now it's off for religion. See that? Reserved at Rustic Church. She's gonna go to service. She's gonna take care of that religious need. She's gonna be pretty happy. Of course, this entire day has been taken up taking care of food and religion. There we are, religion, sleep. She's gonna be working tomorrow again. She's a hard worker. Every other day, we're gonna get a plank made. Oh wait, but she's gonna have a new job. You are now gonna become a market tender. No, wrong mark. Just gonna bulldoze that damn thing. Lucy is preparing to work. She knows she's a market tender, right? Yeah. So I think she's heading off to get some berries. Yep, she grabbed berries. She drank. She's sleeping. In the morning, she buys her own berries, runs over to church. Wow. She is better than she's ever been. Life is golden for Lucy. Alright, off to work, which means she's got to go grab some berries. So water, rest, berries, religion, and back to the house. Work. That was quicker. She's basically managing to bring back a load of berries every day, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. That's better than I thought it was going to do. So what we have learned something here, folks. We have learned it is possible for this to happen. So, wonder what's going on with that one guy's issues. So, got water, got church. The house must be too far away. I'm gonna go look at it. Wait, what is she doing? What is she doing? She didn't fulfill all of her needs. She's a crazy woman right now. She said, church be damned and rest be damned. I'm gonna get another load of berries in. She ran all that way to grab one berry, didn't she? She did. She says water be damned. Alright, so she's able to supply that area with berries pretty effectively from what I'm watching here. So I wouldn't even need to put a market warehouse in like I would tend to think that I would need to do. No, warehouses aren't as important as people think they are. From watching this market tender, she doesn't have much to do, right? She has 50 berries over where she's working, and she's making a long trip to bring 4 berries over. Well, because there's only so many people eating in the area, right? So, of course, if I increase the population in this area, would she be able to keep up? And that's when a warehouse might be useful. But no, I think I dispelled my myth that this wouldn't work. I really thought that she was just gonna straight up say, I'm not traveling all the way over there to get berries. No, she's traveling. She has feet, will travel. So yeah. Anyway, this has been my test of logistics here inside of Foundation. Hopefully this helps. Some of you might be having some logistical issues. Start to figure out how these strange little people work and why they don't work, and what you can do to enhance their jobs and make them function better. So, this has been Sulfurblade. Leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. And until next time, peace.